Alright, welcome guys. If you guys missed it, we are going to start this one here now. Krinski versus CrazyFoxMan. Here is the Civ draft between the two. I'm going to have Huns, Persians, and Koreans available for Krinski. He picked Mayans, but they were sniped, banning Franks. CrazyFoxMan, banning Incas, has Ethiopians, Magyars, Cumans, Britons were sniped. So that's definitely an interesting one there. Inca's banned. Someone must really dislike being Inca rushed. That's all I can think of. I don't feel like Incas are like a super strong civ on a lot of these maps. But
Right.
interesting, we don't have Mongols on this draft, nor Berbers.
Well, two very popular civs so far in the tournament. What were the map picks? Did you say those? And I'm just dead, or?
I am looking for them right now. I'm trying to see if he's messaged me privately, but at the moment I don't see a draft from him as far as
All
civs
right.
go.
Well, that's fine. We'll go in blind. That's okay with me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, game one, Battlegrounds. So, Civ selection on there, probably Huns or Persians for Krinski. I'd lean more towards Huns myself. And then, again, I favor Magyars, honestly. Cumans could be interesting there, though. But we'll have to wait
Yeah.
and see. I'm going to
Yeah. I mean,
load up game one here.
I'm going to assume Huns and then either Magyars or Cumans. I mean, Cumans can get some nice early control in the middle of TC.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Well, I do have it loaded up. I am paused at 5 seconds. Let me know when you're ready.
As am I.
3, 2, 1, go. Game one. Ta member here, Krinski, going with Huns. Kind of a civilization that I like for this map. And then, you know what? Better Huns on the other side with Magyars.
Yeah. So I love this matchup. I think this is gonna make for a very fun game.
Yeah, I mean, basically they do the same things. Only difference is what unique unit. No
Uh,
houses for Huns.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good number of differences. I wouldn't call the civs copies or anything. It's just two very mobile civs, two civs that can be very aggressive, two civs that have room to go both cavalry and cavalry archers. So the bonuses are there and they matter, but I think this one's going to be about execution more than it's going to be about civ strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to be an interesting one because Cav Archer's obviously in play for both. No big counters like we saw in the last set. Not going to see Berbers against Huns here, or Berbers against Magyars. Going to see, Cav Archers being ideal for both. Nightline also going to be great. Light Cav. Both these players get Hussar? Or do Huns only get Light Cav? I forget. But
That's a good
regardless,
question, but
very, very similar. And like you said, execution going to be the most important thing here. Looks like we do have quite a few sheep going to be brought in here for Krinski as he's getting a lot of them here on the side. A scout for CrazyFoxMan though in the back of the base sitting against the wood line. Not really doing a really good job there.
yeah, don't want to see idle scout this early. It's not a good sign for Crazy, but it's not the end of the world though. So this Ville going out to no man's land is a little concerning.
Talk about for Crazy.
Yeah, but it looks like you've fallen behind me again.
Yeah, I know he's just moving out to put a house in the front. I just thought maybe I missed something.
No. It's just for whatever reason your game has been just it keeps going playing slower than mine.
Interesting.
This happened the last Battlegrounds game. I had to keep pausing for like half minute at a time to let you catch up.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. My PC, I feel like it's gonna need some troubleshooting here between the tournaments. Don't really want to touch anything right now, but in between this one and the next one, I'm probably gonna have to look into some things. But for now, we'll continue. Walls coming up here slowly for Foxman already. What do you feel with these walls coming up so early?
Uh, I mean,
Scout goes down to TC. CrazyFoxMan, no
it
scout.
depends on how heavily you commit to it. I mean, if you start one bill walling now and you just slowly wall it up, um, then it's not that big of a deal.
Oh,
Compared to
crazy.
spending 3 vills to wall it up at the end of Dark Age, but it does send to me as it makes me think you're scared going
Crazy
this
loses
early.
a scout to the boar from the middle and lures it to the mill, not able to get under the TC. That's a bit rough right there. Also losing his scout to the town center, if you guys missed that. 2 vills down. 3 vills down, actually. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's tough start for Crazy. Some of this idle time, he's behind 2 vills already at 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes in. Not to mention the idle vill time that you're getting with this wall.
Yeah, it's feeling a bit rough there. I feel like if he would have had Loom, he would have made that with back with the Vill, no question. But bringing it in with the Scout, obviously more ideal. Did lose that though, so maybe he was trying to do a little bit too much at one time there because it was happening around the same time.
Yeah, worth commenting on the scouting. Obviously, Crazy lost the scout, but his scout went basically straight from his base to
Oh,
die under Krinski's TC. Versus Krinski, who's gotten the whole middle scouted, probably taken about all these sheep. He's putting himself in a very good position for the early to mid game.
yeah, absolutely. No walls for him either, playing completely open. Good thing actually for Crazy is if he does get these walls up, he might be able to secure his eco a little bit better, and if he doesn't invest into a whole lot of military, could make up the Vil deficit. Just gonna be an interesting thing here. Lots of idle time coming here for Krinski though. Town Center Vils went idle there, but he is fixing that problem pretty quickly, so not bad at all. Krinski obviously going to be in a better position at the moment, as he is already on his way to the feudal age.
I mean, Krinski got, I think, just about, it looks like every extra sheep there's in the middle. But yeah, there is some idle time, but I mean, it's hard to complain when you feel like you have a better idea of what's going on and you have better res.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how this one draws out here. The scouting really feel like making up for a lot of the score right now, but still, the only good news about losing your scout to that town center is you at least found your opponent and you didn't just lose a scout battle like that.
Yeah, I mean, you could be in a worse position, no doubt. At least you know where your enemy is. At least you know where he's coming from. But still not ideal.
No, but that said, he is going to go up and be up not too far behind here. And if he does block this gap in the front, which will be a stable, I assume, here in a second, going to be sitting in a decent enough position to be able to make his eco safe and maybe boom it up a little bit here. So definitely looking forward to see what happens here.
Yeah, so expecting Scout v Scout here.
Geo hates the walls here from Krinski. I actually don't mind them. I mean, it doesn't really do him any good for the gold and whatnot, but he is trying to protect the Vils behind this. What will be
Oh
the
no,
final eco.
I'm with Geo 100%. If you're gonna put that in, why not do it 8 tiles forward and protect the golden stone? If you're gonna do it, get something out of it. What is this? This doesn't feel like it protects much of anything. I mean, the wood line a little bit, but
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but I mean, he's going scouts, and he's going that. He needs wood, and he needs food. He doesn't need gold right now, so I don't hate it. He will have to put a TC out there eventually, or at least, wall it up later. But as far as the feudal age play, I don't really mind these walls, to be honest.
yeah, we'll see where it plays out. A stable coming up for Crazy as well, so we're going to see scouts on both sides. The big difference here is that Crazy is completely walled in. Um, I don't even know if I was Crazy if I'd want to see the scouts coming in. I almost feel like you don't have the scouting information. You know you're a little bit behind. Um, why not just go try to get up to castle here?
Well, he does not create a single scout, so maybe he's just using that as a building, or maybe a little bit of a bait to throw his opponent off, thinking that maybe the scout's already out. I do like the addition of the spears from Crazy, though. Will help prevent any sort of break-in until the scout numbers get high enough to fight them. So.
And although I sit over here talking about this, still no gold income for either player, so no one's going to castle anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a far way away, especially, ooh, what is it? Hun's Tower on the gold. This is extremely interesting. I feel like this is a huge play for himself to stay safe from archers. But
yeah,
not gonna see any archers.
I do not like that choice at all. And once again, coming back to the talk we had about the palisade, if he had just palisaded along those res, he wouldn't need this tower to scare off scouts. He should know that he's probably not facing archers.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
I don't like this play at all. Now if you want to try to get up, get TCs in the middle, when you get to Castle Age, you're going to have to mine stone. Stone which is not protected by walls, mind you. So it really feels like a bad play. Like maybe not bad play, unnecessary play.
Yeah, I don't like it now though that's happened. I feel like if you were going really heavy and feudal right now, this build would work for your walls here. So like I said, it protects your eco and prevents him hopefully from running in. But now that this tower is up, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, and like Gio said, 3 spears would accomplish the same thing here for a lot less important res.
Yep, it's definitely not ideal situation for himself here. I do love the farming eco, and he is getting his buildings up already. So what's his res look like? Not bad. Still a ways away though. Holding a 3 villager advantage.
Be right back.
Too, so that is a really nice plus for him as the scouts just gonna try to hack away at some palisade walls for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad if Krinski's building these scouts, he's at least making Crazy spend res, wall behind, repair. He's doing a good job at least getting some use out of them.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like Weasel's saying in chat, he's dropped like 3 houses, none of them complete. 1 finally complete. He could have just repaired for cheaper, but not gonna have to worry about being housed. Ooh, another stable coming up here for Krinski. Right after clicking to Castle Age, he definitely has the eco set up to go double stable production right now, but I wouldn't expect to see much expansion as far as the TC at this point. He's going to need all the wood that he gets for the farms. Interesting time to go on to stone, but I guess if you do plan on getting a TC up at any time, you're going to need that to be available for yourself. Bloodline's going to be coming in here as well for Huns. And continuing to drop houses along the walls. CrazyFoxMan keeping it really safe at home now, which I don't mind that position at all. Actually clicking up to Castle Age 2, not going to be all that far behind again. So, not a bad position, and depending on what happens with military production here for both, I think we're going to see Spearmen come into Pikemen here soon. More of a defensive build here for Crazy. I don't mind Pikemen at the beginning here either. It doesn't really make things very easy for Krinski to push. And Krinski is getting on stone like I suggested. He's probably going to be able to drop a town center now. Don't know if he will yet. He's got quite a few on stone here, so maybe thinking about coming forward for something more than just a town center. Double Knight production going to be coming up here. Skill Barding armor in for the Magyar player as well. So, going to see Crazy get some cav upgrades at the same time as what I would expect to see here as Pikemen soon if he's going to keep producing these Spearmen. Scouts still being very active for Krinski. Might even be rewarded here. Forville's coming forward. If he patrols back in the right direction, he might find those. Knights actually going to come forward, and this knight will probably find these here. Yeah, 3 vills caught out. Not a good position to be in. Scouts should be coming back as well. Some knights going to be able to chase these around. Oh, not a good position here for him. Spearman going to chase him away. Does lose a villager here. Oh, and actually taking a lot of loss on that HP of the knight there. Not great, but again, not the end of the world. The vill's still exposed. 5 spearmen out here in the middle. Scouts and knights. Probably just going to take this fight. I think it's a fine time to take it, honestly. Killing 4 vills, even if you lose a decent number of knights and scouts here, it was definitely worth the trade. Still going to have a lot available. KD right now sitting at 12-3 in Krinski's favor. There is the pikeman upgrade that I would have liked to have seen a bit earlier. Fight would have gone a little bit better for himself, but Crazy's just falling behind right now, not in a great position. Castle most likely coming here in the near future for Krinski, as a forward siege workshop is coming across the map, and it's going to be double barracks play here for Crazy in desperation mode to protect himself from these knights. Second town center also up. Nice town center location in the middle on some gold and some wood there for himself as well. Forward siege workshop, would expect to see mangonels coming forward here anytime.
Yeah, I mean, Krinski has definitely just been playing this a little bit quicker, a little bit better, it feels like.
Yeah, he was also really active with the scouts. I don't know if you heard, but he patrolled them across the middle and didn't even see 4 vills come out, but then a knight came forward and ended up losing all 4 vills and a few pikemen in the fight as well. Oh, and I love it. Krinski going to go ahead and add in the archery ranges. So he's either going to go into skirm, which would be fine against pikemen, or maybe he's thinking about that beloved cav archer switch for the Huns.
Yeah, I mean, the longer a game on Battlegrounds goes, the more I like cav archers, because we've seen a couple long games on Battlegrounds, and long games mean expansion, they mean TCs everywhere, which is a situation that cav archers excel in.
Yeah, 10
but
villagers forward.
This 10 villagers, yeah, Vill's coming forward, finish his archer range, and where are we going to see the castle? Because he did just buy 200 stone.
Yeah, I feel like on the gold, on the hill, on the right, it would be best. And he's actually shift-clicked in that direction. Unfortunately, a knight going to be coming forward and see that. Military actually going to be in favor of our Magyar player here because of it being +2 attack already.
You called it right with skirms, and unfortunately, there are enough pikemen here that this castle's not even going to happen right now.
Oh, yep, and the vills are fighting the one knight here. Definitely not ideal. Skirmishers are there, but not enough of them massed up to do anything.
Oh. That's just Krinski being out of position. It hurts to see.
Yeah, and the pikeman upgrade, like I suggested earlier, was a great idea from being behind from this position, and he's going to actually be rewarded pretty heftily here. I mean, taking out a lot of the knight numbers, took out a few vills. Issue will be soon, though, going to have the numbers to defend against this, and the pikemen will not do anything. Losing them to the town center right now, not ideal either. As soon as the skirmisher numbers get up there, he'll be able to drop a castle, and again, I think it's going to be on the gold that he's got 2 vills taking right now.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, Krinski, has, a 18 vill lead, not insignificant at all. But Crazy has the upgrades that Krinski doesn't. We're looking at military upgrades, eco upgrades. He has handcart, so second armor for knights coming in for Crazy. So he's going to have the edge in these fights. He just has to have the res to produce, and that's going to be the struggle, being down so many vills. Yeah,
vills coming forward now, though. I feel like the skirmisher numbers are there to deal with this. Mangonel also available here, so going to be very important to see how this fight shakes out. Honestly, would love to see the Mangonel jump out and hit these pikes right now, but castle probably not going to be denied here.
Yeah, I'd really like to see a quick wall just to make sure the knights and pikemen stay away, but I think it's going to go up. Though the military's getting cleaned up, it might go. These knights should peel away. Let the pikes take. Okay, that'll work. I was gonna say let the pikes fight the skirms there, but this is a missed opportunity. Those knights could have stopped this castle.
Absolutely, and now it's a very good position here for Krinski, solidifying that with the castle. Honestly, I keep saying this. I feel like towers on the right-hand side here, or at least an outpost even, would be great for some vision to see if Crazy moves out. Krinski, though,
Yeah, well,
going to be in a good position.
yeah. Worth noting, I think, though, 570 stone for. I mean, there it is. Krinski's going back onto stone for the forward vills. He's going to drop another castle, maybe right on top of this hill, within range of his other castle. Deny this other gold on the left, potentially.
Yeah, and down to...
I want to see the castle right in front of the barracks. I think castle right in front of the barracks, easy to put up. Your vills are safe. You deny 2 golds, and you deny some farm space.
Yeah, interesting though. CrazyFoxMan on his way to Imperial.
Yeah, which I mean, but what do you do? What do you get out of Imperial here? You get Cavalier, which will help a lot certainly, but it's not going to take this castle out.
Yeah,
You don't have a castle yet, so you can't go for a trip. Though he is now going on to stone, and maybe if he gets up fast enough, drop the castle in front of his base, he can get a treb out. He can reclaim some map control here. But that's a lot of steps when Krinski now has enough stone to build his own second castle.
Yeah, it's not going to be ideal. I mean, the knight numbers are up there too, but he's not going to take a fight. He can take out the mangonel, but sitting under tower or castle fire, knights and skirms there, taking fights obviously before any sort of upgrades even come in. And I don't like that play. I mean, he's obviously going to do a good job and trade decently, but being as he's almost up, that would have been better off to wait till the Cavalier came in there. But Vills are coming forward here. I think it's going to be right in front of the house, yeah. So not quite on the position you wanted it, but pretty close.
No, that is exactly where I wanted it. I just didn't describe it in that much detail.
Yeah, I mean, this will work. Knight numbers will be going down here, too. Not even going to stand a chance. Pikes will be here, but skirms are there to defend. And this is going to be devastating. Farms will not be able to be hit. Gold will soon be completely denied here. Crazy not moving out. Not going to be able to get a whole lot done. That said, he does have 600 stone.
Exactly. He is going to be able to get his own castle, secure one of these flanks perhaps, and a treb on this hill could make short work of these castles if protected.
Now, where do you think we're going to see this castle for him?
The spot he wanted to put it was just taken, so I do not know. I almost think you need it at home. Yeah, that's the only place you can put it. Where he's going to drop it here. It's the only place. You could put it on the left. You're not getting much out of there. If he puts it on the right here, he prevents Krinski from going in. And the most important thing though is that he'll be able to have an open route to the middle. So he's not going to be able to be denied completely getting to the middle.
Yeah, that said, he is going out to the middle on the right-hand side here. Main issue for him is all this wood eco back here is going to be exposed. I honestly think he just abandons this and runs out there by the other side. On the other side of the wall here would be his best position, which it looks like he is going to do with most of the villagers there.
Yeah, lots of idols. This is not... I mean, this is very much in the GG territory, unfortunately, for Crazy. I mean, completely off of his food eco, his wood eco is either going to die or run. The only move for him right now is spread out and build up elsewhere. Like get a TC in the top corner, get a TC on the bottom left somewhere, and try to boom up elsewhere because this home eco is gone.
Yeah, I feel like we're just going to see the GG here. All these vills are about to die.
A panic market here from Crazy. Which if he lost, I think did he lose another market? Who knows? But he clearly needs some kind of res he doesn't have, and all these vills exposed. Cavalier in for Crazy, but where are the numbers?
Yeah, I mean we're talking about 88 villagers against 36 right now too. So the vills on the far right here are completely idle.
36 villagers, 34 idols. I mean...
yeah. Sums it up right there for you.
Yeah, so Magan Elf's going to snipe his only TC. And with these knights prowling around, there is no hope to get a TC up anywhere else.
No, and even
Treb
if
is,
it goes up, he's going to be too far behind at this point.
yeah, Treb is going to be coming out here momentarily for Crazy, but I mean, it can hit one of these, but it's not going to last. And honestly, at this point, taking out these castles doesn't matter so much when it's 35 to 88 bills.
Yeah, and the knights are coming into the back, so that Treb probably won't even take that out. Soon to not even have a TC, still tons of idols. I don't think he's gonna have any vills left after this either, because there's a bunch by this Treb.
Yeah, I think desperately trying to get the stone for a TC on the right there, maybe, which would be a good move, but I think it's too far gone for Crazy, unfortunately.
For sure, and I don't even know if he's controlling much at this moment, because all these idols. Oh, there's that town center coming down here. But yeah, 19 idols with 34 vills. Not looking good.
Yeah, this is well past GG, unfortunately.
Well, and there comes the GG. So, works out well for Krinski here, as he's going to take game one. And I think just the heavy aggression map control situation worked for Krinski. Only suggestion here is don't build a tower on the gold there. And you guys would have rather just seen it walled in, which makes sense.
Yeah, good play from Krinski. I like the play from Crazy too. It just felt like the aggression really came from Krinski, and that's what mattered. As we've seen more than once through this tournament, forward and mid castles very strong. Especially the earlier you get them up, they get you this map control. And even though for a while there, Krinski had weaker military, he had less upgrades, he had less numbers, but he had the castles to fall back under, and that allowed him to snowball his numbers and push forward. Which won him the
Absolutely.
game.
100%. Game number 2 will be coming up next, guys. Huns with the victory for Krinski. He'll have Koreans and Persians available for himself. CrazyFoxMan will have Ethiopians and Cumans going into his home map. So we're going to have to load up. They did not send me the maps, so I do not know what map is next yet. I would look in here in a second. Hitch, if you have the map, let me know. Mine's still loading.
Yeah, it's a common pick here for game 2, Dry Lake.
Oh, well, we haven't seen that in a little bit, actually, with all these games. But it has definitely been a popular one.
Worth noting on Dry Lake, during the tournament here was updated slightly. We did add a couple predators to the middle, which makes sending some militia or villagers forward a little more complicated than it was in earlier in the tournament.
Yep, I am paused at 6 seconds. Whenever you're there, let me know.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, Persians versus Cumans. Thoughts?
What do you beat me to it. I wanted to make you think. I'm not good at thinking. I don't Dry Lake. I don't know how to play it. I like Drushes on this map. I think there's a lot of potential with how close you are to Drush. Neither of these civs screams Drush civ to me. I'm trying to think. Kuman's second TC also doesn't feel particularly useful on this map.
I don't know what Crazy's doing right now. He is running all over with these villas. He just now got his first sheep under the TC killed. Very heavily behind now as far as food collection goes, as one sheep is about to finish. Rough situation there, starting the game for Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, still no idle TC time. He did click Loom. But as I was saying, I don't know what the Cumans gets you here. I mean, they're a good civ. They're a fast, mobile civ, which is certainly useful on any kind of land map like this. Persians, though, feel better at anything you'd want to do with the Cumans here, other than cav archers.
Yeah, the only thing with Cumans I can think of is that second TC. It's the only
Yeah,
thing I can think
but
of.
where do you put it though? I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. It just I don't know what. There's some maps that scream second TC. I think Battlegrounds, a second TC in the middle early, could be nice. But what does it get you here?
Yeah, I mean, I have no real answer for you there. It's a rough situation to be in. I don't know where he's going to put it, honestly. I guess if he can wall this up, maybe he puts it on the gold.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if you look there are some good spots here. Like if you look on the gold on the edge of the map behind his base, you could put it on a wood line like they're talking about in there. But like Giovanni's now saying, if you do the TC, you're not going to be able to do much feudal military. And the open map, I think, just makes it so hard to get away with it. It takes so long to build that TC.
no, absolutely agree with you there.
But there are good spots. If he runs to behind his base, there's a spot for stone and gold and wood line, spot for gold and wood line. There's hunt back there. So it's not that you can't get any value. It just feels like it's a risky move, right? That's the word I'd use. It feels risky.
Yeah, I mean, on the plus note though, humans can be played as a regular civilization here. They're just really just foregoing all their bonuses. So they're great paladin civ. They're not usually seen as a paladin civ, given their second TC abilities, with Kipchucks being the favorable option for most. But they do have fully upgraded paladin. They do get speed bonus even for them, but speed doesn't really buy you a whole lot. So I mean, maybe he just wanted a cav civ that he didn't think would get sniped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's things Kumans, like you said, and there's a lot of ways you can play them. You can go more the cav archers, like go the light cav line, kip checks, or paladin ultimately. And then you have the strong eco approach that go for the second TC and feudal, boom up and play defensive. Persians, what we're expecting probably some scouts and then up into knights as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's definitely awkward for sure here. I'm not really sure what to make of it. Crazy Fox trying to kill the horse here for Krinski does get a few HP hits off of it, but unfortunate position for Crazy. And let me check his scouting, but he has walled out his second boar, and he does see it over there. At least he should be able to whenever it moves, but it's a really awkward thing to really put those houses right there. Needing to bring that in soon. The other side here, I really like Krinski going for a drush of some sort here. Unfortunately for him, he's going to run right into these beautiful alligators that we've added in. Already paying off with the wildlife. Will be 3 militias out as well, so I mean, with this boar position here, this could be problematic here for Crazy.
Oh, and the Veil running right to the militia.
Yeah, not a good situation to be in. Fighting it as well, trying to kill off the one, but he will lose the Veil probably.
Nope, Krinski pulls back wisely. But he sent it back to wall. There's another militia. Does Krinski see it? No, he's not paying attention. That's too bad. That would have been a good Veil snipe right there.
Yeah, this is still a great play. This is going to delay him a lot. Like I said, that boar being out there, even though Krinski probably doesn't see that at the moment, that really delays Crazy from
killing the deer. Dick moves here from Krinski, but I respect it.
No, I definitely like it actually. He is going to lose the militia, or about lose them. One does escape, but
at this point, Crazy has double the idle time as Krinsk and is down a deer, so I think it's definitely a drush that was worthwhile.
Yep, and back home, he's very heavy on the hunt, and looking to click up here before long. Somehow Crazy does have the eco to click up too. Probably just all the deer that he was able to bring in there, so should see both players going up here really soon.
Yeah. So Krinsk going up first. Good to see. That's what the drush can buy you. You're spending res to slow down your opponent and still get up first.
Weakville, Krinski not paying attention though, so I don't think he's going to pick it off here.
And Too little, too late. He did react, but it was long gone. But yeah, look at him going to camp out there by the wood line. He might get lucky and get something later.
Yep, Crazy did realize the fox was, or the fox. Crazy Fox realized the boar was out there, is going to bring it in now. So he will at least get that, and he's not going to be, well, he's just going to be kind of behind. He's never clicked up.
Yeah, real concerned about the fact he hasn't clicked up 600 food in the bank. And he just queued up more vills. Okay, and now he canceled it and has queued it up now.
Yeah,
that was a little concerning. But,
very late, honestly. Could have been up, I think, actually before.
Yeah, Vil going to go forward. So this militia will continue to get value as he's probably going to attack this Vil.
Yep. I love what Krinski's doing as well. He has sent all of his hunting villagers out to another patch of deer, and he's taking advantage of the wildlife and all that free income, not investing into very many farms.
Yeah. You know, worth saying here, although Crazy had a bit of an odd start there, he did get an early loom, and that has actually paid off. He would have lost several vills at this point if not for early loom.
Absolutely. Krinski with Persians probably going to go into a heavy scout play, I imagine.
Yeah, and we do see barracks now coming up while Crazy's on his way to feudal, so maybe he is also thinking feudal military rather than going for that second TC approach. Maybe he's going to answer with his own scouts.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have enough. His food eco is remarkable at this point, so maybe he's just going to try to turn this into some sort of a fast castle, but still very, very rough position. I mean, not
fast
looking
castle's
great.
not going to work. 560 food and only 5 farmers, so Crazy's actually going to run into a food problem shortly if he doesn't get these lumberjacks onto farms.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna be able to wall up the front for his base there, and Krinski dealing with the few idols up in the north, getting onto more hunt. Need to see something here. Like you said, we need to see more farms coming down, or we need to see a commitment to this full wall up here, or Crazy's gonna be in trouble.
Worth noting, although getting up a lot faster, Krinski's gone for no eco upgrades, instead opting just for 5 scouts already queued. So no eco, so he's going definitely heavy feudal aggression here rather than eco. Versus we already do have double bit axe coming in already for Crazy Fox. So
yeah, militia doing some damage here in the Ville, creating some more idle time at the very least, and taking a little bit off. Oh no, we have a siege workshop coming here from Crazy. We didn't even talk about their feudal age siege, but it's a big investment that he's not going to have enough to produce.
Archery range. I mean, I love to see something different, but I don't love this. I mean, he does not have a great eco for archers and battering rams. He's facing up against a lot of scouts with 5 scouts on the field, and he's not going to have the proper military to counter 5 scouts.
Yeah, scouts are in on the Goldwood as well, and they're blocked in here, so at least 4 of these should die. I think this might be an early GG, honestly. Archers aren't going to accomplish anything. Already lost 4 vills or 5 vills there.
I would love to see this playstyle work, but you gotta commit to the wall up. If you're gonna go Kuman, battering ram, archer play in feudal age, you have to wall up if you're facing a scout civ.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, really unfortunate here. He had like a pretty decent turnaround after being delayed there, but just not investing into full walls completely here, and scouts were definitely the right play here. Krinski is going to be running around this TC. It looks like he shift-clicked them. At the same time, he's securing a wood line in the the northern corner area. A lot of vills there on wood, and then putting the market up. I mean, I like what he's doing. His build's pretty solid. Behind it, Krinski's looking to be in a fairly commanding position here. Up by 10 vills as well, and looks like more will probably go down.
Yeah, good awareness from Krinski. He waited. He didn't go back into that gold until the reveal of going back to it. It's like he could just feel when his opponent was going to go back.
Yeah, and more vills did go down there. One scout still alive, and looks like a vill will go down here to that scout as well. Oh, Krinski's doing a good job of managing the scout.
Yeah, I could easily pick off one more vill, and now he's going to have to run from the spear. But whew, excellent value from Krinski.
Yes, it's gonna be Castle Age. Click here behind a vill for Krinski as well. So Crazy's eco, he's got enough to click up himself, but what is he gonna have when he gets there? It's the most
Krinski,
important
or
question.
Crazy actually going first. Good for him. I think he sold some res there, maybe. But no, he doesn't. No market. But Crazy going up to Castle Age just seconds before Krinski. But just as Juicy says there, what does it get him? He's got next to no military on the field. The same position as Krinski, admittedly, but all the momentum feels to be in Krinski's side.
Yeah, well, and clicking with 28 vills against 42.
No, I mean it's good though because you can't wait to click. You wait because then Krinski gets to Castle Age, he gets more TCs up, and he just widens that lead. You gotta get your only hope when you're down this many vills is to get up yourself, get more TCs out. Now the rest of the wall up here coming from Krinski. He's getting some palisades in the back of his base. I don't think he needs to be too worried. He's been all over Crazy's base, still no stable. So we're not going to be seeing knights, at least not right away. So far, Krinski's got control of this game, and it'd be awfully hard for him to lose it with his eco advantage.
Yeah, the big issue is going to be we're going for archers and rams. I don't think it's going to do enough against knights.
Yeah, I mean, four archers, one skirm. Yeah, exactly. Against already 6 knights, 5 knights queued. This will go down before any upgrades come in. I mean, it actually looks like crossbow will come in because he's going to run the side. But it's just there's no hope.
Well, and
His
capped
attack has
ram is nice, but not if you don't have the military to defend it. And
Yeah.
what is it going to be? 6 military units plus the capped ram? I mean,
Yeah, the big mistake here is not mixing in some spearmen. I mean, you have the barracks, you know the enemy's going cav, you've seen it already. Add a few spearmen into this mix, and this push might have some teeth behind it.
yeah, no upgrades yet on these knights. Plate barding or skill barding just going to be completing here in a second. So plus
Yeah.
1 defense. I mean, lots of knights needed to deal with this still. But
Right, and Bodkin is in on these crossbow. I mean, but still, 5 crossbowmen does not eat 5 knights, even with a slight upgrade advantage.
yeah, stables could be in a lot of trouble here. One will definitely go down here, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
Being repaired.
Oh, yeah, it is. It just stays up just in the nick of time, actually. And that was a big investment with this eco from Crazy. Still no additional TCs behind this, so his eco count still forever struggling behind. TC in the north for Krinski in a nice position on that wood line and on a gold. And he is walled up at home, safe, minus this 1 gold mine that he's going to mine through very quickly. And with this kind of map control with all these knights, not really sure what we're going to see. And the back of the base still being open for Crazy could be a big problem as these knights look like they're going to loop around.
Yeah, and you're already producing spearmen for defense. Here's the thing. You instead of archer ram, archer spear, ram spear, ram pike could have been huge here. It could have been the thing that equalized this game, but the archers are just a waste here.
Yeah, and no upgrades on the pikes, so it's going to be a decent trade, but nothing favorable. And all these vills in the gold now vulnerable, no more military left, and vill count will grow here by quite a margin, as looks like we're going to lose 5 vills at least, probably 6 actually. also seen Krinski go out and get onto stone in the north, so another castle in his future, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely, and we saw castles play a big part of Krinski's strat on Battlegrounds, and they could easily win him in the game here as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think his eco behind this is going to win him the game no matter what at this point. I mean, Rams headed to the north here. Did Crazy scout the north? Yeah, he does know the TC's there.
Yeah, he had to have.
So he's going to go try to deal with that, but I mean, again, the archer's not going to do a lot of damage there. And
Yeah,
at the same time, eco exposed.
Right, and so he's losing vills on his gold. The worst part is he could have kept up pike production, but there's no way with these raids that he's been able to keep archer production up.
Yep. Reaction almost instantaneous here for Krinski. Needs to focus the crossbows with the town center, then jump out to take the ram. But I mean, at the same time, dealing with knights in his opponent's base, and honestly, the ram's not going to have a chance to take this down. He is focusing the crossbows again. Even losing vills here is worth it. Sending knights to the north. Knight number is starting to get quite good for Krinski as well. Town center will stand. Repairs coming in. Before too long, I don't think Crazy's going to be able to keep producing. He continues with the capped ram play, which I respect it. I love it. I want to make this work one of these days myself, but I just feel like not enough. Was delayed quite a bit here by the drush early on. Honestly, I think the drush really hurt.
Yeah, the drush was huge. I think bigger was the choice not to wall behind. He's lost so many vills on this gold. And maybe if he had steady gold income throughout this game, maybe the archer play couldn't have worked. Maybe he could have gotten enough crossbow to make it work. But as it is, he would have been better off staying with pikes. And he hasn't. And he hasn't gotten the armor upgrades on those pikes, so even when the ones he does have when they fight are taking very bad engagements against knights.
Yeah, and I feel like we're going to see a forward castle soon. 574 gold in the bank here for Krinski. And I think if he brings it forward, I feel like he actually sneaks it behind. He's got all the eco back here. I think he just brings it in behind and sets it so it hits the starting TC here for Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, with this many knights, there's no reason to drop it right between the two golds and the stones there, right on the TC. And that's a get out of my tournament castle right there if he does it, and there's no reason he shouldn't or couldn't.
Yeah, he's in a very commanding position right now, and I mean he's got more knights out in the field than military combined here. I guess it is 11-11 now, so I guess the military numbers are rising, but no upgrades on the pikemen. Crossbows do have bodkin, which is nice. Capped ram could be nice if he could be able to get a couple of them. I think sending them in one at a time is kind of a painful thing to look at there, but Krinski just doing a great job behind this.
Yeah, Crazy doubling down on archers, getting armor now, which if you're going to make the unit, get the upgrades, I guess, but I still do not love this comp for him. Something to note about Krinski going forward, he was slow and weak on upgrades last game, and the same game here. Like he's had the eco where he could have conceivably pushed out that second cav armor upgrade, and I would have really liked to see that with the number of knights he has.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I mean, he's got the eco to do it. He's got 1,500 food in the bank, 900 stone. Could buy a little bit of food if necessary. Another go going to be on the top here against this, but Knights will see that earlier on.
More vills coming forward. This is going to be a castle drop, and I don't love that position.
Yeah, not a great one for me, but I mean it will
denies a wood line, it denies some gold. Like a castle drop's a castle drop, but that just feels like you could have done a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a safer castle drop that's still forward though, so I'm not upset with it. And honestly, he's in such a commanding position. I could have dropped it at home at this point, and I'd still love his position better.
Of
Knights
course.
also going in on the gold here.
Oh, Scorpion production coming out. I love that. You're facing this many pikes. Scorpion's a great addition behind a Knight push.
Yeah, Knights getting their value though. Pikes no upgrades that I can see. Still, I can't find a Knight or Pike to click on. Yep, no
No
upgrades.
upgrades at all.
Castle comes in. Knights clean up more and more. Woodline, only one more available here. In the north, the ram did fail yet again, and a lot of pikes going down there.
Imp click coming in from Krinski. He doesn't need it at this point. I mean,
Yeah, feels a
I
bit
almost
much.
would have. Yeah, I think that might be a weakness there. I think that's almost about giving your opponent an opportunity to come back and balance out the game. I think instead you put that get the knight upgrades you don't have, get more knights. You can snipe the TC at this point. You almost have the numbers if you got the upgrades.
Yeah, I mean, invest into
I'd rather
siege.
finish this in castle. Yeah, finish this in castle.
Yeah, Imp doesn't buy you anything here. I mean, Scorpion is going to answer everything that's being made.
Look at this though. Look at this.
This is a get out of my game castle. Scorpions will just shred here too.
Right. This is where I wanted to see the castle before. Yeah, and 5 Scorpions will destroy Crossbow Pike. Even if there aren't many knights left on the field. Oh, 7. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, not many knights left after all this raiding, but
and even quick
castle...
walling it over here to prevent that one pike.
Missed it a little bit. Not as good as you would have liked, but this is going to last against pikes. Scorpions are struggling a little bit with how things are spread out, but there's so many of them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference there. And honestly, the GG comes in here. I think that, like you said, Imperial Age not really needed. Should have been more aggressive with the production there, but I mean, I really love the forward castles we've seen from Krinski. I finally have somebody here in this tournament that wants to put forward castles on the map.
So well played to both players. Unfortunately for Crazy, I like some of the strats Crazy was trying here. It just feels like the comp was a little bit off, and the some of the choices, like the lack of walling on their gold there, just put him too far behind to make it work. I'd love to see him in the future sometime, though. I'd love to see that aggressive siege play. So.
Yeah, definitely a clean play. Really interesting to see Crazy in these maps. Nice to see the try for different strategies. I love Cummins. I think this is a great idea to go with the feudal siege, and it almost worked. I think if he wouldn't have been drushed, he would have been in a pretty good position. Obviously, that delayed him by a lot, but Krinski showing this time he's got a good idea of how to expand on the map and continuously produce out of the town centers he did create there. So that, along with the aggression, very nice to see.
Yeah, so Krinski going forward in the bracket, I don't think we know his opponent yet, but the things I want to look out for him is the lack of upgrades and the slow upgrades. He got eco upgrades quicker this map, but he was slow to get eco upgrades on Battlegrounds. He got next to no military upgrades on this game, when they would have really done him a lot of good. So that's a weakness going forward, and then that imp choice. I mean, he had won this game thoroughly, so it doesn't matter too much. But I think when you have that much of a lead in castle and you're dominating that much, just throw it all into knights rather than going imp.
I agree, 100%. But we're gonna update the bracket. Spoilers
well played,
incoming.
Both players. I'm looking forward to seeing Krinski going forward, and thank you, Crazy, for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely well played from both. It was a lot of fun to watch. Krinski getting the 2-0 though. Moving on. So we have.
Did you disappear?
What? Hello? Hello, hello? You guys hear me? Did something happen?
Yeah, Juice, I can't hear you anymore. Somehow you're muted. Huh. Yeah, okay, well, Juice, I can't hear you in Discord only. I can hear you in the stream, though. Weird.
Can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Hello. Can you hear me? What is going on here? Can you hear me now?
I don't think I can hear you.
Hello,
I
hello.
have the stream open.
Can you
That is
hear me
very
now?
weird. 'Cause all my audio is working.
Hello, hello.
But
Okay, Weasel can hear me? Very weird. Hold on. Let me do something here with settings on Discord.
Juicy.
Yeah, hold on,
I
hold on,
think
hold
you
on.
muted yourself somehow in Discord. Whatever. I'll leave you alone so you can finish your stream.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I switched to my webcam um, for audio. I don't know what's wrong with the headset. I was talking the whole time.
Oh,
Weasel said he could hear me.
yeah, no, I could hear you in Twitch, not in Discord.
Very
So
strange. Nonetheless, um, GG's from both. Well played. Going to be one more round of two matchup here between Mac Tribe and Randy Panda. Otherwise, we'll be moving into the best of five sets. Obviously, we've already seen Crisp and Geo play, but going to be very interesting. Semis going to be coming up, which will be best of fives as well, right? Or did I make those best of sevens? I forget. I'll have to check, guys. Pretty sure they're just best of fives. But really coming down here to the end. For those of you who are in the tournament, if you guys are watching, please do not play your games until after the next map pool update. We are waiting for that, which should be Tuesday. So, anytime after that, please feel free to schedule. But GG's to both players. Thanks again, guys, for playing and participating, and good luck to Krinski and Weasel both moving on this evening.
and just love to throw out there again, we sign-ups are still active for the 1200 plus 1400 bracket and the 1400 plus app bracket. So anyone out there watching the stream or with some friends who might be interested, come on, join the Discord and sign up.